Welcome back to Mano Beyond Cancer. I am Carmen Monge, and this is a space dedicated to all people with a lived cancer experience. In here, we share our stories and we learn about this journey called life.
Hello everyone, today we are with Jovana. She is a person with a lived cancer experience from Serbia and she's going to tell us a little bit about her. Hi Joanna. So the first question is, who are you? What are you passionate about right now? And what is your favorite food?
Well, I am, as you said, a person with the lived experience, but I've just sort of deleted that from being the part of my identity and I just kept being me. And yeah, I've been born and raised in Belgrade, Serbia. So I would say I'm your typical city person. And I'm currently passionate about just partying like this year because I'm doing a lot of work. I just need to vent out somewhere. And my favorite food for years now, I don't have like a specific dish. People from these region would know it. It's sarma. That's a specific dish, but other than that, I prefer peanut butter and bananas. Like those are my top favorite. Like I cannot live without them like on daily basis.
How was to have cancer in Serbia?
It was absolutely awful. Like other than people being supportive, I think like it would be like as if I was in any other country except for the conditions, especially the post treatment. So it's been an absolute wild journey, I think, because in Serbia you have to be a bit of your own advocate, a bit of your own doctor. Like you have to sort of learn how to stand up for yourself, like because nobody else is gonna do it for you, sadly. And I was one of the amongst the lucky ones that had family that could, take care of me when I needed it and help me out with the paperwork and the appointments and all of those things.
Do you know many cancer survivors and how can you describe them in one word?
Yeah, I actually do, not just from the EU Kaias project. And I recently got to know a few from my own country, and I'm still looking to, get together and hang out and, have new friends. And I would say that they have the guts. And if I would use one word, I would say magnificent, because how else would you describe, people who have their day-to-day struggles like I believe everyone else does, but when you go through cancer, it just kicked up a notch, and it's just marvelous, and magnificent. Like if you're able to still put a smile on your face, and if you still have things that bring you joy, then you're just absolutely marvelous.
Do you have a side effect that actually you like about having cancer or about the treatments?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, because I had an ovarian cancer surgery, like my right ovary was removed, that has opened up a lot of questions for me about my own femininity and sexuality. Like maybe it's an age thing because I'm 26 now and I had the surgery exactly 4 years ago. I'm not sure if I would still, be interested and explore the topic, but it definitely wouldn't be the same way. So sort of embracing my own femininity and my soft side is one of the things. The other things, like I'm just chill about people. Like if someone decides to randomly, I don't know, poop on the floor, I would still understand. Like I would get it. So that's one of the superpowers, just knowing that people don't might sometimes might not have their limits and they shouldn't have their limits.
What is the weirdest thing or the stupidest thing someone have ever told you about having cancer?
Well, I hate that this has to be a thing, but it's like your hair will fall off, but your head will still be on your shoulders. That's one of them. In my language, it's a bit like it has a funny tone to it, So I didn't take it for granted. But one of the weirdest things, it's like post surgery. I tried like it's a painkiller. I'm not sure if you have it, trodon. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's the first time for me ever to deal with a heavy drug like that. And I think I'm still mentally addicted to it. Like, it was like, it made me feel relaxed. And I was laughing with my, also, like, with my roommates that were also given the same thing. So it was hilarious.
What changes would you like to see in your community regarding the well-being of people with a lived cancer experience?
Ooh, where do I start and where do I stop? Like, I think it would take me ages. First of all, having like a proper support system. And I'm still mad about the fact that it's either pediatric oncology or like oncology for elderly people. And youth is never recognized like as a group with their own different, way different needs from one or the other, because we're very much aware of what's going on and how that may affect us and our future, that we still have yet to, build and conquer a bunch of challenges throughout the life. So I think it's like lack of support is an absolute main thing. I remember in the hospital just finding out the information as I go from like other patients and nurses, and I never had, the chat with the doctors because they were not bothered. Like the system doesn't function, and it's the fact that we were promised another hospital that's going to be a huge one for just for the oncology patients, and that never happened because we're under government oppression, and a lot of negative things are happening with our politics at the moment, I'd say. So that's one of the things, like corruptions definitely having an impact on our medical system, and that's what sucks about it.
And the last question, but not the least important one, is do you have something that you were like this before you got cancer and you are still like this after you have cancer?
Yeah, I would say that I'm still a stubborn mofo and I'm still a career chaser. And yeah, I think that my fears and, basic childhood trauma and everything else, like my own mechanisms of defense, everything else, like remain the same. But I think I'm just more consistent. That's all. Like it's harder, and it cancers affected me majorly. Like to this day, I still have a lot of challenges physically and mentally, but it's just like I'm just more consistent with my stuff. Like I'm not that easy to give up, and I'm giving things time, and that's the only difference. Everything else, I think, is absolutely the same.
Oh, thank you very much, Joanna, for the interview.
Thank you. Thank you for having me once again. I'm so happy to get to do this.
Do you like this video? Well, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it with others. Thank you. Bye bye.